wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's good to see everybody in here, including Virginia. I didn't know what we would get today.
You're not getting much.
Okay.
Don't expect anything over on this side of the table either, Coach.
Okay. Lower the expectations.
Oh, yeah. Put them real low.
Yeah, sorry to see your Saints last night.
I drank all the Crown when I was down, and it didn't help. And now I just have a headache.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that's rough. Do you want to have a hangover off? Because I ain't feeling too great today either.
Oh, jeez. Tough weekend, huh?
Were you sad about something, or were you just
Yeah, a little bit.
still chewy?
Well, yeah, we don't have to get into it.
Oh.
You don't want to get into sadness, and you don't want to start off the week with another cry?
I mean, it's right off the bat.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about why you were crying all weekend. Let's get into that.
At least you had that super absorbent chewy pillow to catch all your tears.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely.
Now there's a real nice positive. It's a real uplifter. Yeah, I often wonder about that Saint strategy you have. Crown when you're down, that's supposed to get the team to rally, but if they don't rally, then I guess that is the end result. You're just left with a hangover to go through sadness.
Yeah, it worked for the Bills. It did not work for the Saints last night.
So the Bills they're still in it.
Bills are still alive. Panda is very happy. But sadly, my Saints got knocked out by that magical unicorn Tom Brady.
Isn't this good, though, that you and Panda are going to have your teams face off and have another war by the shore?
And if anybody had to get in there, look, the Saints have been there. I'm happy for Panda because the Bills haven't been there.
I didn't watch any of it. Did Tom Brady show out?
He did.
Brady, oh, man.
You know, he's got some kind of magical fingers.
He's still in the mix,
He
huh?
is still in the mix, and he's older than Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And that bitch is turning out.
He looks amazing. He looks like he's 26.
He does.
I don't know what he's doing.
If he wins again this year, he's not retired. He's coming back for another 5 years.
I don't know when he's going to walk away. Yeah, I mean, he's still getting it done. And for him, you know, that was the big discussion was who was the secret to all the Patriots Super Bowls? Was it the coach or was it the player Tom Brady? And look, Tom Brady's going to the NFC Championship, and Bill Belichick, the Patriots coach, is sitting at home in Jupiter.
Oh, if you're Brady, you got to love that feeling.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he does.
He's powerful, and he knows it, and it's annoying.
This would be Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl if he makes it. He's got one more win to get there.
Did you know how many times he's won it?
He's won it, I think, 6, I believe.
That sounds right. 6 or 7.
Something like that.
It's annoying.
I lost track after about the 4th one. I stopped counting.
He's got more rings than he has fingers on his right hand.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the cute video, though, at the end? You had, because Tom Brady and Drew Brees, they go back. They played each other in college. They're both 2 Big Ten quarterbacks. And so Tom Brady was from Michigan, Drew Brees from Purdue, and they played each other back in 1999. Tom Brady got the win then in that game. And here they are kind of at the end of their careers now, and they were together when they started. And so at the end of the game, you had Drew Brees and his kids down the field, and Tom Brady threw a really good, of course, touchdown pass to Drew Brees' kid in the corner of the end zone. So it was kind of neat. They're out there having a long conversation, and so it was a nice, heartfelt moment.
So Tom Brady threw the ball to Drew Brees' kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so Drew Brees' kid likes Tom Brady more than his dad?
Yeah.
Brady's even working on the kid?
Dad, why can't you throw the football like that when we play catch?
Why the hell is the kid wearing a Tampa jersey in the Superdome?
And of course, Brady nails it.
He did. Perfect spiral right in the back corner of the end zone. Yeah.
If you're Drew Brees, you're quietly annoyed.
Yeah.
Leave my kid out of
Right.
this, Brady.
You won the game. Don't try to win over my kids.
Yeah.
You want
Rubbing
to take
it in.
everything from me?
You want my wife too?
That's a dirty move, Brady.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure his wife's going, he's so handsome.
Right.
Yeah. So annoying. So there you go. The good news for you, Virginia, is at least your Saints did not lose in such heartbreaking fashion. The Cleveland Browns, the sad Browns, They really could have and should have won the game. There was one play, and it's the dumbest rule in football, where if you have the ball and you fumble out of the end zone you're trying to score in, all of a sudden the ball goes to the other team on the 20-yard line. Oh. And the Browns player was reaching for the end zone, and a Chiefs player came and speared him with his helmet. It should have been a penalty, knocked the ball out of the back of the end zone. Not only is the guy like, ugh, did he get a flagrant foul against him, but then they lost the ball, and then the Browns wound up. That was the difference in the whole game. They lost 22-17. That touchdown would have given the win to the Browns.
It's heartening for them.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
It is.
And it's so as sad as you are, imagine waking up in a cold Cleveland this morning.
Ooh.
Heartbreak losses, when they're really, really close, it's way worse to lose that way than a blowout. A blowout, you know pretty early on that, okay, this is just going to suck.
I'm so happy my Buckeyes got destroyed last week in the national championship.
Well, you knew you weren't going to have to get so emotionally tortured by watching.
They didn't play with my emotions. I knew by the second quarter the game was over.
And going into it also, you had no illusions.
Yeah, I'm like, this is likely not going to go well. But there you go. So that is the NFC and AFC championship. So one person in the Sinicki household is happy. The other one has a hangover.
The right person won, though.
I agree. I'm happy for Panda. I'm happy for the Bills fans. It's been 25 years since they've been in the playoffs. So it's good. It just stings a
little. And they live in Buffalo.
Yes.
You know, you kind of root for those cities because they really need it.
They do.
Miami, LA, we're doing all right.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second, I love this. Ryan Reynolds is sending a message to an 11-year-old battling cancer, and we'll get to hear it coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, I wonder how Suits feels. Pitbull is now a co-owner of a NASCAR racing team, Team Trackhouse. I guess Pitbull is a big fan of NASCAR, and he is now an owner. So his team will be competing at the Daytona 500 next month.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Pitbull. Justin Timberlake has confirmed that he and his wife, Jessica Biel, did in fact have a baby boy in 2020. They were doing an interview with Ellen DeGeneres and spoke out for the first time about the little baby boy. They named him Phineas. Aww.
Phineas. That whole thing changed after he got caught with that one woman in the balcony.
Gosh. He probably had to go home and just beg for forgiveness. And she's like, oh, yeah, I want a baby. He's like, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
They also have a 5-year-old. So Phineas and Silas are their 2 kids. And finally here, Ryan Reynolds sent a super sweet message to an 11-year-old battling cancer. Here's Ryan.
All right, didn't know I had audio there.
Brody, it's Ryan Reynolds. I just heard a little bit about your story, and I just wanted to send you this video and let you know that I'm thinking about you, that I'm sending you tons of love, and I'm sending you strength, whatever strength I've got. Man, you have a ton of people in your life that love you so much, and I know you've been going through it. I know it's been a challenge lately, but you know something, Brody, you're just the man for the job. So I'm sending you lots of love. I hope I get to meet you in person one of these days, and hang in there. Okay, pal. Bye.
That Ryan Reynolds, such a likable guy, isn't he?
He is.
So nice. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jaybird?
Now, I know you guys aren't into this stuff, but so many people said, Bird, you got to check out the Netflix The Night Stalker documentary.
Oh, yeah.
And I did.
Okay.
It's 4 episodes.
Okay.
I watched all 4. I binged them on Friday.
Yeah.
And the entire weekend, I thought someone was trying to murder me. Every little sound in my house, I thought, oh boy, they're getting me. They got me. Because I'm in a new house. I don't know all the new sounds yet. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're murderous, but The Night Stalker, if you are into the murder stuff, I do recommend that. There was some stuff in that documentary that I had not heard. This guy was pure evil.
I watched the preview of it on Netflix, and that was about enough for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take it.
Did you see what he looked like?
I did.
Do you notice his eyes? How he had the eyes of a hammerhead shark. It just dark and just murderous and deep. You could tell
Let's
that
not just say because somebody has murderous eyes makes him an evil person.
it wasn't a knock on you.
Okay. I just want to see where we're going with that.
No. You look in that guy's eyes and you knew that there was just pure evil.
Yeah.
I don't think he even had any white in his eyes. It looked just like two black balls.
They had that in the preview where that was how they kind of started. The woman who had seen him and I guess survived just talked about he had that look of pure evil. It was almost like she was standing in front of the devil.
Yes.
And you could just see evil coming out of him.
It's so weird, too, because when you watch these documentaries that are made for today about stuff back then, you can go back and watch all this news footage. So after the documentary, I do an even deeper dive.
Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know. I got two in it. You're right. What am I doing?
He loves this stuff. It's about murder, Virginia.
I do, and I had the worst dreams. Oh, man. Shocking.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah, I don't think I am going to watch. I've heard that, people who can tolerate that kind of stuff said it's really well done, but pretty much every major publication who did a review on it all said the same thing, that it really is twisting a lot of people, and it was maybe too graphic for most.
I also don't think that we'll ever know how many guys that truly killed. I think there's way more. They even talk about that in the documentary. He says something really chilling to one of the cops that was working the case. He's like, hey, remember those two ladies back in San Francisco? I did that one too. And it looked like he did.
Wow.
So, yeah, crazy stuff.
That was just kind of his thing, huh?
I could go on all day about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it. It's one of the big things out there. There's a lot of good things to watch right now. I got the first part of the Tiger Woods documentary. I think the second part ran last night, but I haven't had a chance to watch it with football and everything.
The second part is the part that has more details about like the Rachel Yucatel and the girls.
The first part really sets up the life of Tiger Woods. It takes you through a lot of his wins and where he was. It's just an interesting psychological deep dive into the guy that became one of the greatest golfers ever. And then, the next part is going to be kind of his fall. But it was just interesting, the setup where they talked about his dad. And it's a lesson, too, to a lot of fathers that your kids are watching you. And they will do a lot of the things that you have done. And, I think for a lot of dads, you got a little bit of guilt being, oh, man, I probably shouldn't have done that because I didn't set the best example at times for my kids. And that really was kind of how they had set it up, was that his dad, Earl Woods, was a little bit of a philanderer, had himself an RV. And while Tiger was working on the course, his dad's working on the women, and the RV just parked right out there in the parking lot. But it was within eye shot of young Tiger. And so,
he saw.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You think that your young kids don't understand what's going on. They do. They pick it up, and it becomes ingrained in the fabric of who they are. So if you're doing great things, they will take notice, and they'll likely replicate those things later on in life. If you're sleeping around on your wife and you're a philanderer, then they likely will do the same things. And so, it's set up. Part two is that you're going to get into that. So that was pretty good. That Lupin that a lot of people were recommending on Netflix, it's all in French. And I put on the preview, and my wife heard the French. She's like, nope, out. So
I'm probably with your wife on that one.
I'd heard so many people were emailing us on Friday saying, oh, you got to watch this. But she's just like, I don't want to, it's Friday night. Like, I don't want to sit here and read a show.
It's like doing
she's like, I'm tired. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to read a show, which is what you're doing. So we didn't get onto that. And then one that I'm looking forward to reading if you've got Amazon. Regina King has directed One Night in Miami, which to me looks fascinating. And if I get time today, would be a great day to watch it. It's a fictional account of a real 1964 meeting between Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X, in which they vigorously debated their roles in and the goals in the civil rights movement. So with today being Martin Luther King Jr. Day, might be an interesting watch, and I'm hearing really good things about that. Regina King just does great stuff, too, and now she's doing some directing, something possibly to check out. Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
I found a Netflix show, too. My friend Kimmy turned me on to Bling Empire. I'm obsessed with all things Asian. I love Asian culture, Asian food. If you saw the movie Crazy Rich Asians, Bling Empire is a reality show, and it's just basically real life Crazy Rich Asians, and it's awesome.
Okay.
It's glamour. It's drama. it's parties, it's wealth, it's unbelievable
Everything
wealth.
you love, huh?
Everything I love. Bling Empire.
There's a reality show or it's a cooking show, but it's a reality show on Netflix that made me think of you, and I think you would like it. They take leftovers. I think it's called Leftover something, and they all these cooks get in there and they have to take all these leftovers and make really cool dishes with the leftovers. I think you would think it's really cool.
I would like that, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's it. Pretty much, I guess, all of our TV recommendations.
Yeah.
That's what we got on our mind, something to watch. So anything else, we always love when you got something, be like, hey, you guys got to check this out if you haven't. Always looking for some good stuff. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. We still got the scale over there, Virginia?
Oh, I took it home.
Oh, you did?
Dang.
You know what? I'm just going to buy us one.
Okay.
I'll buy us one today because we need to have one here. What are they, $30?
Yeah, and I definitely gained weight.
You did, huh?
Oh, I can feel it.
So the diet is not going in the right direction?
I still got 5 weeks, baby.
I want to talk to Suits here in a second, find out how focused he is. Bird and Suits, they've got this diet challenge going on. So we'll see how does Suits feel about week 1 in the books. We'll talk to him about it coming up next. Well, we started this little diet plan that Jaybird and Suits are saying that they need to lose a little bit of weight.
Some people started it. Some people are like, I got 5 weeks.
Well, I think it was day 1 where the diet had kind of kicked off Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere around there. And then Jaybird had made a video where he was over at Denny's crib and they were doing some stuff in the studio. And Jaybird showed off the big, large pizza made for one man that he had gotten from Camille's.
So
and
you
I was like, okay.
keeping tabs on me? That's
Well,
what
I mean, you posted up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. It's not like I'm trying to spy on you. I mean, I do kind of see what we get posted on our page. I'm not going out of my way.
You looked at that pizza like most men look at women.
But I'm shocked that's what you took away from that video, the pizza.
Well, it was day 1. You made this big proclamation about the diet. I'm like, okay, that's going great.
I hear you. You know me. I gotta just dip my toe in the pool.
What?
Dip my toe in the pool. I haven't been sleeping. I'm hungover. It's gonna be a rough Monday.
It is. Okay.
For you.
So you would label your first week
As
as...
a failure.
Epic failure.
Yeah. Everything I wanted to do and get started, none of it got. It just was.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Didn't get
all.
going.
I'm in a tailspin.
How would you say your week 1 went of your diet, Suits?
It was all right. I'm pretty much the same weight, though. I don't feel like I'm losing any weight. I still think I have to cut back more. I didn't order anything. I was trying to count calories, but I didn't really make too much of a change to my diet. And I like bread. I like pastas and stuff like that. And I got to cut that stuff out. Even the smaller servings of it don't seem to be working very well.
You cut out all delivery?
I didn't order anything since we started this. last
Okay,
week,
that's
so
a good thing.
That's a win at
Okay,
least.
there you
Yeah.
go. So a little, to start.
I'll take that.
It sounds like you're already doing better than Bird.
You are.
In week 1.
I'm a late bloomer.
Okay. Tortoise in the hair?
That's right.
Tortoise and the slightly slower tortoise.
The tortoise and the tortoise.
Yeah, it's the battle of awful.
Is this still the challenge that 5 weeks from, I guess, today, you guys would be weighing in at Publix and the loser will be stripping down to a bikini and skipping around the outer perimeter of the store?
You know it.
Okay.
I always come on late with these weight challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, I get psychotic with
Last
it.
3 days, you're going to go
No,
for it?
I'll do it quicker or late sooner.
He'll cut off a hand just to lose a pound.
You don't think I'll do it?
Whatever it takes. What were you guys when we weighed on Wednesday? I think you were 172?
182.
182.
Both of us, I think, were.
Yeah, you were oddly the same exact weight.
It was very convenient, actually.
And you're a little taller than me, or am I a little taller than you?
I think we're about the same height. You might be a little bit taller than me.
Okay, so it's a good dead heat
We're
here.
pretty even.
Okay. Yeah, so I thought you guys were starting pretty much on the same mark. That's why I was curious how week 1 went.
And you're both not taking it seriously.
No, we shall. We shall. I thought it was gonna
At some point.
I thought it was gonna be, to be quite honest, I thought it was gonna be 4 weeks, and it's 6, so that gives me a couple weeks to play with.
We could cut it to 4.
I thought I was gonna be fatter, which helps a little bit.
You thought you were going to weigh close to 190.
I did.
and
I
so
felt 190.
When you were 182, you're like, all right, I'm not doing that bad. Why am I even doing this?
I was like, I'm in my prime.
Yeah. Things are going pretty well for me. Did you have any cheat meals over the weekend? Anybody?
Yeah, the entire weekend. That's
Okay.
all I did was eat terribly.
Pizza, and pizza?
A lot of pizza. I had a lot of cake.
Oh, okay. What kind of cake?
Carrot cake.
Oh, okay.
With the cream. I just went on a carrot cake run. I go on these runs.
Yeah.
I get in these moods.
Carrot cake's your thing, huh?
Right now, she's my girl.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're kind of at carrot, so it's almost a vegetable. So if you're going to start into your diet frame of mind,
I'm working through it slow.
at least you got carrot in your desserts. Okay.
I'm not
Suits?
going to lie. I feel better about my week now. I didn't order anything. Like I said, I didn't have any kind of real sweets. The only kind of sweet I had is these little ice cream sandwiches for dessert that are 140 calories. So they're small ice cream sandwiches, and I try to have that as my only sweet for the day right now.
Oh, Sweet Denny's brought over some real nice treats yesterday. I never had them. Were those cinnamon toast? What were those things you brought yesterday? They were amazing. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, the diet's not
So
going
Denny's
good.
is fattening you.
Thanks, Denny's. Checks in the mail.
Denny's is on Team Suits.
He comes over to my place with a sack full of snacks. It touched my heart.
5 weeks out, Virginia, any predictions on who's going to win this diet challenge?
I don't know. The battle of not trying.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going.
I think Suits is more afraid of the bikini than Jaybird.
Right.
And so I think Suits is watching Bird, and he's going to take it just a little bit more serious than Bird each week.
I think he needs to take it a lot more serious because Bird goes psycho. Like you said, the last week or two, he does things that are like not healthy. He puts on trash bags and starts running like a madman.
Yeah, don't follow anything I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is
That's just how he operates.
that's how I was built.
Both of you are rocking about 2 pounds of hair.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
You
true,
could buzz cut and
That's
lose
my secret
2.
weapon.
You're right. I wonder how much hair weighs.
Both of you are rocking 2 pounds of hair.
Then I'm 180, even better. I can eat way more.
5 more carrot cakes today. Yes. Nice. I saw this interesting conversion chart. You can actually plug in your weight and it'll tell you how much you weigh and different weird items. Like if you plugged in the weight 172 pounds, you basically are the equivalent of 1,720 hot dogs.
I love this game. I love it. Does it just do hot dogs or does it do other things?
It does other things. At 172 pounds, you're the equivalent of 1,472 Snickers bars.
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
Interesting.
At 172 pounds, you're the equivalent of 688 tamales.
I love it.
Yeah. And basically at 172 pounds, you are 230 12-ounce sodas.
I drank that many this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it was all whiskey.
It was all whiskey. The good news is that makes the Mega Millions even worth more. Did you play, Virginia, get a ticket?
I didn't because I didn't have any cash on me.
Okay.
But nobody won the Powerball. That's cool.
Yeah, I think both are still cranking then.
Dang.
I see a number 5 dancing right over your head.
Okay.
Virginia. It's just dancing on your head.
That's a good one. I will play 5 as the Powerball.
Have I got one right yet?
You did. You got it the week after, though. You picked the Powerball. You were just a drawing late.
5.
Next week or this week?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, so the Powerball, nobody got that?
Nobody got that. And the Mega Millions, so keep it rolling, baby.
Dang, okay. It was, the Powerball was $640 million?
Now it's up to 730.
Do they still do the thing where they do it on TV and they have the person get the ball out? It's a thing, right?
Yeah, it's a thing. You never know if it's rigged.
I mean,
And all you would have to do is like tape a little weight to the ball.
I don't know if it's
Even if it's on TV, you wonder.
I've always wondered if it was rigged. Always.
Me too.
Or just there's some kind of shadiness going on with
Anytime you have humans and money involved, there's going to be shadiness. Look at humans. They're always shady about money.
Be quite a scandal. I'd assume they'd have some kind of system in place so that
you hope.
you wouldn't have cheating.
But if there was cheating, there'd be a huge documentary about it. It'd be a big deal.
Mm-hmm. The Mega Millions on Friday night was $750 million for the jackpot. Nobody got that one either, so it's at least $850 million now.
Wow.
So both jackpots are a ton of cash.
And if we win, we take the buyout, right? We take the one where you get all the money. We don't want the...
Give me the money and let me figure out how to play with it.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of an interesting concept here. Maybe it's not Powerball money, but it's still pretty good. How do you make $24,000 in 2 weeks? You said your sister's going to make this, Virginia?
My sister is going to make almost $24,000 in 2 weeks.
What's she doing?
I know. You think she's going to be a hooker. She's
No,
not.
I never say that about sister.
She's going to be a traveling nurse.
Oh, wow.
You know, she's had both COVID vaccines, so she's, I guess, almost safe, almost impenetrable.
What is it, like 94, 95%?
Yeah.
Isn't that the
That's what they
efficacy
said.
rate? And-
Yeah. So she's got her shots and she's going to be a traveling nurse and go to California. They're going to pay for her transportation, lodging, food, everything, and give her all that cash for 2 weeks of work.
Wow.
Holy moly.
How about that?
Radio can't do no kind of promotion like that?
Dang.
Traveling DJs would make considerably less.
Oh, yeah.
Our value to society is much lower.
At the end of the day, I think we end up losing money.
Yeah, what's going on? California is just crazy. I think they're like second worst in the country behind Arizona.
And they're on lockdown. So it's so weird that the COVID is spreading. If everybody's at home, I don't get it.
Yeah, it is a question. Like I said, once we get past this pandemic, hopefully there's some answers because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. There is a study that was published by Newsweek that said that mandatory lockdowns do not provide more benefits to stopping the spread of the coronavirus than voluntary measures such as social distancing, which is kind of what we're doing in Florida. And Florida has, really been criticized heavily. You just go through the national news and they're always, like it was South Florida on New Year's Eve. The rest of the country was mocking Florida and how we were all out partying and celebrating the new year because we're open. But at the same time, Florida is only 24th for death and 24th for cases per 100,000. So we're somewhere in the middle. So you would think with the mocking that Florida's received, we should be number 1 or 2 or 3, and we're not. We're 24th. So, yeah, that's one of the big questions. Though there have been other studies, of course, that have proved the exact opposite. The lockdowns are very effective. So who knows? So we'll see. California definitely has gotten rocked. In fact, we got Disney World open in Orlando. I don't know if you've seen that Disneyland in California is shut down.
Yeah, didn't they have it like as a COVID testing site and then they tried to do the vaccine site?
Yeah, they were turning it into a vaccine site. And if you even have those annual passes out there for Disneyland, I think that they're getting rid of those for the year.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
it is not the happiest place on earth right now.
Do you
No,
get
it's
all
not.
your money back?
I'm not sure what the refund policy is on that, but they're getting rid of it. Maybe it means that they just won't be selling anymore. But they said that basically one of the main reasons why they're getting rid of it is that they don't want people coming in who aren't paying full ticket prices after all this. So in the future, they won't be selling the annual passes where you could save money for going in multiple times.
With that annual pass, did that mean you could go anytime you pay a fee and you're almost...
Think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they'd have those Disney junkies. Now they're going to really try to make a lot of money off the Disney junkies.
I wonder what it originally cost, how much that was for that. That sounds cool if it's not $8 million.
I think some people really did justify it because they were like, look, I go 5 times a year, and it was a big savings for those kind of people.
I know some people in South Florida, they would be a 3-hour drive, and they would go every other weekend.
Wait till that Bright Line is hooked up all the way up to Orlando, which they're working on. That's going to make it super easy.
Yeah, when they open up that Bright Line again, I mean, that thing's shut down, yet they're doing construction on it.
They're working on it up by me, up in Tequesta. All the time they're working on that Bright Line.
Yeah, I haven't heard when they're going to crank back open, though. So, who knows? All right, well, if you want to make some easy money, kind of like, well, it sounds like your sister's actually going to make some hard money, but it's some good money.
It'll be hard money because she'll be literally in the COVID unit.
But $24,000 in 2 weeks,
That's a
$12,000
lot
a week.
of cash.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Jaybird has gotten a proposal to make some easy money,
And this person is so serious and is promising me the world.
but I will tell you, it's a little bit of an indecent proposal. So
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
find out what's
You going to
going
be
on.
hooking?
We'll find out what's going on with the bird and his proposal. Should he take it or not? Coming up in minutes. Got a few celebrities have birthdays today. Jason Segel is 41. Dave Bautista is turning 52. And in fact, you might remember him. Used to be in the WWE, but better known now for the amazing work he does. He's very good in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. He's also kind of now done some other movies because of that.
It looks like it hurts him to just even look, like move.
He looks like he's about to pop.
He's so big.
He's like a swollen tick. Yeah, he really is so big. And he's not real happy. He lives in Tampa. And maybe you saw the story of the manatee that had Trump scrawled on its back. It was in the Homosassa River. It's about 75 miles north of Tampa.
Yes, I did see that.
Bautista's now coughed up $20,000 as a reward to find the person who did that, whomever it might be. So he's going to apparently find you, and then he's going to body slam you.
He will body slam you straight to hell.
Yes. So he's jumping in on that. There's already $5,000 up for the reward of that as well. And Kevin Costner is turning 66 years old today. So happy birthday to our celebs. If you ever have a birthday you want to get a shout out for, you can let us know. Just send us an email. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Talking about ways to make some money, because a lot of people thought they're going to be retiring today from Powerball and Mega Millions, but ain't nobody retiring because nobody won either. So those jackpots going to be going up. Virginia's sister is going to be making some mad cash, doing some COVID stuff. And Jaybird has also an interesting proposal to make some easy money on his new house.
Really?
Yeah, and it's kind of what you might think it is. It's sleazy. They go, Bird, just hear me out on this. I could get you to be able to pay for your house in a year and a half if you just follow this plan.
Pay the whole house off?
They're claiming that. They're saying have a room. Just leave a room blank and then have somebody work there as a cam girl for hours on end. And they pay you a percentage of the money as the cam girl does her work in the one little room. And then you get the money.
So you're like a Motel 6?
To me, it sounds like a pimp.
Well, I'm wondering, why can't the cam girl do it at her own place unless she's homeless?
I think the way this guy was explaining it, it would be safe. It would be a safe environment. He would know what to do. She would know what to do. He made it seem like there's no way I could not make all this money. I'm obviously not doing this because it's so sleazy.
It's so sleazy.
But he was claiming that you could do this and make all this money in 2 years. I'm like, I don't know, man.
I just don't know why she wouldn't do it at her own place. It'd be a lot more convenient. I mean, because if somebody were selling to me, it'd be going, hey, here's a guy that you don't know who has a house, and you can go in and do all these sexy things to yourself. He'll be cool. He's just going to chill in the living room.
Yeah,
I mean, explaining that to a woman, I think would be like, why can't I just do it in my place?
Well, maybe somebody who's in that game can explain it to us, because he was explaining it to me, and I was drinking, so I didn't absorb it all. But dead serious was saying, dude, you got to do this. Rent out the room. You'll make all this money. I'm like,
You'll probably get murdered by whoever you rent it out to.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Idea.
It sounds like.
But it would be nice to, like you're talking about, why wouldn't a girl just do it on her own?
Yeah.
He explained to where there would be a money line coming through.
Yeah.
It sounds highly illegal, too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know about legalities, but I do know your neighbors who, trust me, we have this where there's somebody new that moves in on the street, and you, if you're a neighbor, you keep your peeps open.
You watch what they do.
What are they doing? So you just got into the neighborhood. Now imagine if there's a strange woman that is like coming up, going into the house. Let's say maybe you rent it out to multiple women, and there's 3 or 4 or 5 different women. They're pulling up at different occasions to go into your place. If you're the neighbors, what do you think this guy's doing over there?
And these women aren't sober. I'm telling you, they drown their sorrows and sadness with a bunch of booze.
So, first of all, I'm not doing this. I just couldn't believe this person was that serious.
You'll be lucky if the cam girl just shows up drunk and not high on heroin.
Oh, my everything would be stolen, including my Star Wars figures.
Damn, she took the G.I. Joes and the Bobo Fett, or whatever his name is.
Bobo Fett.
Damn,
Bobo Fett.
girl took Bobo.
But I have heard the girls that are doing that, they're making, some of them are making tons of money doing that. What's the one called? OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
They're making tons of money.
Sure. No, I have heard that. I just haven't heard them renting out a strange man's room at their house when they have their own.
This guy was drunk, too.
Okay. Well, then it's all's forgiven. The pending vegan, Katy Perry, See, she ends up doing it. I'm glad she let us know, though. I was wondering what was going on with her diet these days.
Poor Nugget.
So annoying. Gosh, that was such a that dirt story stayed with me.
It's breaking your heart.
Jaybird was given an interesting thought for making some easy money to pay off his new house and quick. Rent it out to a cam girl.
Look, these moments happen to me. I think they're funny, so
Yeah.
we talk about them.
Well, who would actually want to do this and why? Somebody said in a text here, I actually know a girl who rents a room from somebody and does OnlyFans shows in there because she doesn't want her roommate where she lives to know what she's doing.
That's what it is. Okay. The secrecy of it.
Or
Yeah.
maybe she lives at home and doesn't
Right.
want mom and dad to know what she's doing.
Oh, that sounds even creepier. Hey, Jaybird, mom and dad don't know what I'm doing. Can I use your room? Ugh.
Well, and some people are doing it behind their boyfriend's back because they wouldn't approve.
Oh, that's a
So
good situation.
She
to get
could be
into.
at your house when he finds out and then comes over to confront her.
And kills you because you're just in the way.
Jason Pennington, easiest man to murder. I was trying to tell this person, oh, this is a good idea.
No,
Oh, this is a good idea.
you are asking for heat.
No way.
So that's kind of the ins and outs of that.
But that's interesting how people would make the money. That's how I would make the money. Got ya.
That's what you would do. Well, I saw this story. We were in here doing a show, I think for most of it, and I didn't notice it, but there was a lot of people in Southeast Florida. They say all the way south from like Key Largo and down into Monroe County, all the way up, and from what I'm seeing, into Palm Beach County. Felt some shaking and rattling on Friday morning, and nobody can really figure out what it was. No explosions or damage has been reported, and the U.S. Geological Survey said that they checked their seismometers, and they have no reports of seismic activity.
Huh? How did they not know that we shook if everybody felt it shaking?
They just said nothing registered.
That
No.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't like it.
Or are they trying to hide something?
Who knows? That is the big question that people are like, okay, what was that? And I was like, hey, did anybody feel anything on Friday morning? You know what we're talking about? Or just is it a few nut jobs that are imagining things?
That's crazy.
And Vanessa said, yeah, our French doors leading to our backyard rattled out of nowhere, maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I had no clue what was going on. Aaron said my husband did. The slider shook for 15 seconds, harder than we have in any hurricane.
Wow.
Andrea said she felt it in Boca. The sliding glass doors shook. Jamie said, I noticed it and thought somebody was trying to break into my house. It was terrifying.
And the people at the geological place don't have any record of things shaking?
Nothing on the seismometer.
This sounds like a movie. And
cover-up.
you're watching the trailer and they go, the earth shaked. What did it register at? It didn't register. Dun-dun.
The earth shaked.
It shook.
Holly said, we can feel daily blasting in northwest Miami-Dade around that time. Perhaps it was just heavier blasts than normal, and other western communities could feel it to the north and south of us. It's about the same time of day. I wasn't home, so I didn't experience it personally. But, yeah, they said it was no explosion.
But they gotta. So there's got to be theories of what it is. Are they saying it's a possible earthquake? I know they don't know for sure.
I think the best thought is what Melissa's saying. Last time I heard it was one of those sonic planes. And I was wondering, though, because we heard a loud explosion sound last night here in Boynton Beach. She assumed it was a transformer, but Zach Covey, who's a meteorologist at WPEC Channel 12, believes it was the sonic boom of a military aircraft breaking the sound barrier offshore.
Yeah, Covey's part of the cover-up.
And
I don't trust that guy.
Covey.
Yeah. So in it.
there apparently was cloud cover, and that helped with the sound. But the thing that was interesting was they were asking Homestead Air Force Base if they were doing any kind of exercises, and they said, no, we did some stuff on Thursday, but nothing on Friday morning.
Friday morning. That was Friday the evening of the really cool sky that was out, where you could hide ships and entities if you wanted. I'm just wondering if it's all related.
The sky was out on Friday.
I'm talking about
I've heard.
that real nice looking sky. It looked like it was out of a, I don't know, CGI. It was amazing.
Yeah, so it's still kind of a mystery what shook South Florida on Friday. Chris said, just a thought, those alien papers were released that day. All the cities are near the Everglades. I felt it. The shake sound was like a sonic boom in 3 cities at the same time, but the military said it wasn't them. I think we need a JMZ investigation into this matter.
We're on it. We're going to get you all the answers that no one can find.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting to see what it might be. The earthquake thing, I did see in the same story. They talked about back on January 28th of 2020, there was a 7.7 magnitude earthquake that struck the Caribbean Sea. And you could feel it in skyscrapers in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm.
But that's what Mother Nature is not supposed to do earthquakes in Florida. That's against the rules, right? I thought we had a deal here.
Yeah, well, it does it in the Caribbean. That's it. And I guess we can feel it. But yeah, for the most part, I don't think we really have them underneath us.
How's that shelf in the Canary Islands that you talked about?
Yeah, if that thing gives way, it'll cause a tsunami that'll hit us.
A tsunami, and we have to get to Green Acres. I think, is it Green Acres where we got to get to? I think we figured out we got to drive west. And I think Green Acres is where we figured out.
It is the place to be.
We got to go out the Green Acres or Lantana area.
I think we need to be in California in about an hour.
Run,
Yes.
Forrest.
That's it. Well, I was doing my little Saturday walk with the Mexican Queen on Saturday, and we had an odd thing as well because we do that walk every single Saturday morning about the same time. And we were walking too, and I heard like this, it sounded like a plane that was probably would have been 100 feet overhead. It was so loud. It ain't louder than anything I'd ever heard. We're looking up in the sky, and I don't see anything. It was a relatively blue sky day. It was so much that like two other walkers stopped, and they were like, what is that? I don't
Are we
see
about
any
to
plane."
die?
What's going on
It
here?
was very odd. Yeah, so I had a weird moment as well where, and I just chalked it up to, well, maybe they had changed the flight patterns back because that will be changing back from what I understand because as of Wednesday, Donald Trump won't be president any longer. And while he was president, they had changed the flight pattern. Remember how he sued
Yes.
PBI and he didn't like the planes were flying over Mar-a-Lago? Well, when he was president, they couldn't. So they had to
divert.
Yeah, so I thought, well, maybe they just go on and switched it back early.
That's true. It could be that.
That was my only rational thought on that.
If it is aliens planning on, coming here to Earth, would you consider going back with them for a year? If aliens came down here and said, Virginia, get in this ship. We're going to show you the universe. We'll bring it back in a year. Do you do it?
Nah, I'm good.
I think I do it, dog.
We know.
I think I do it.
You're already on the ship.
He's in it. Okay. Anybody got any other explanations as to what shook South Florida on Friday? You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF.
While you're on the ship, can I just rent out your whole house to cam girls?
Sure, why not?
All right, sweet. Make some cash.
Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Thought this is an interesting thought. It works for a lot of relationships, but especially for parenting. It is the 5-to-1 ratio of parenting. They say if you want to be a successful parent, try this. I'll tell you what it's all about next. Big day today of great observance for the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Well, this is a new age mom that apparently is getting some people all fired up for her thoughts on why you should not put your baby in a crib. She thinks it's inhumane because babies deserve the right to bodily autonomy.
This
Free-range babies.
This one might be more annoying than the Katy Perry clip.
It's pretty interesting, her thoughts here.
Why I don't use a crib for my 5-month-old. You look at a typical American nursery, you will notice that it's set up for the parent's benefit, not the child's. The artwork is usually up high where babies can't even see it. We literally buy these little baby jail cells so that we can just leave our baby in there and walk away. I don't have a crib because I will never enforce my baby to have a bedtime. Babies are people too, and forcing anyone to sleep when they're not tired is inhumane. Imagine if your partner locked you in a container you couldn't get out of and told you had to sleep even though you weren't tired. That would be abuse, and you'd probably leave them. Kids deserve the right to bodily autonomy just like we do, and that involves sleep. The floor bed allows the baby to sleep when the baby is feeling sleepy and get up and move around when the baby's not.
Oh, no, I bet all these babies just got up and walked out of their parents' house
Oh, people.
and said, I'm leaving you. You can't do this. This is inhumane.
People are losing their mind on social media. And I think she's doing this on purpose to get attention.
It worked.
It worked.
You think, and then I've seen those interviews where you're just waiting for the moment or the wink, wink, nod, nod, and you're like, nope, they're actually dead serious.
I mean, I think they act like they really want to do it and they believe that. But is the end goal to get attention is what I'm wondering.
Well, she's getting attention, so I'm sure that is the ultimate end goal, but probably deep down somewhere, she does believe it a bit.
We always say, every time you have one of these crazy stories, there's always somebody that texts in, you guys are so out of touch. This is the new way of thinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about her thoughts on parenting, but I thought this was rather interesting. It's the 5-to-1 ratio of parenting. Virginia, I want to get your thoughts on this about keeping a healthy relationship. And it's a weird balance when you're a parent, because you do need to be a disciplinarian. You need to be their parent, not necessarily a friend. But at the same time, I have seen the effects of adults who had really tough parents. They were just such hard asses that it was too much. And I think that they've caused harm on their adult children. And listening to them talk, be like, you didn't need to be that intense. There is a balance to it all, where you can still actually have a relationship where you like your parents and your parents like you.
You should like your parents.
Yeah, but sometimes, some parents are like, I'm not here to have them like me. I don't care. I'm just disciplinarian all the time. And that's all you do. You're all hammers. You're all sticks, no carrots. And that's really what the 5-to-1 ratio of parenting is all about. It's a sticks to carrots kind of thing. And they say they found keeping a 5-to-1 ratio of positive to negative interactions means that parents and children will have healthier relationships with each other, because you do have to give them the stick every now and then, something they're not going to like. You need to be like, sorry, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, if you're just agreeing with everything and just going along with whatever your kid comes up with, these kids come up with some crazy stuff and should be told no every once in a while.
But there's a balance with all that. I know what you're talking about. You could even see it with even coaching. I know it's slightly different. You can be tough, but you can also have a relationship with the player, so they want to play for you. They want to do good.
That's 5-to-1 sounds good.
And that's why I think this ratio could work more than just parenting. It could work in coaching. It could work in relationships with your spouse or partner. And I think it is kind of good, because there are things where you're going to have to disagree or put your foot down and say, I don't like this. This is not good for me. But if you try to have 5 positive interactions to every 1 negative, they found that you seem to have a good symbiotic relationship. There's good feelings going on in the relationship if you maintain that ratio of 5-to-1.
Your hair looks great today, by the way. I'm just trying to create
That's a positive.
a positive
You got
vibe
to see?
here.
There you go. Smart move. Point.
I think your jacket looks nice. Your beard is on point.
Thank you.
Your skin looks great.
Okay.
The dirt of the day is annoying.
Okay. All right.
I mean, talk about a butt kiss.
5-to-1 though.
I think you went 4.
4-to-1. Yeah, I'm not good with numbers. I wanted to.
You blew it.
I wanted to speed it along. It was a long bit.
It was your bit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was sensing it being too long.
He tapped out of his own idea because he realized it
It
sucked.
was too long.
They say that they've noticed with the 5-to-1 ratio of parenting, it also means that children will strive to please their parents because they want to make them happy, not because they fear them. They just like the positive interactions better than the negative that they get. They said some examples of positive interactions with your children. Show interest in what they're doing. So often parents just don't even take the time to have curiosity as to what their kids are into.
That's a good one. I'm always so busy, I don't stop to play.
Maybe you don't stop to hug or kiss. Show affection, they say, is another one.
I do that a lot. I'm annoying.
Okay. Demonstrate care. That is taking care of them when they fall, when they hurt themselves, any kind of boo-boos, things like that. You are there to help them and coddle them a little bit. Be appreciative when they do something good. Make sure that they know about it.
Yes.
Listen so you can understand your children. Also be accepting to how they feel and what they want, and maybe even every now and then share a joke. They say those are all examples of positive interactions with your kid. 5-to-1 ratio.
I thought you were going to say, share a joint.
Well, Denny's would say that's a positive interaction.
You wish.
Uh-huh. And they said what you should do is at the end of the week, kind of break it down and count the positives and negatives. Just try it as an experiment for a week. And with each interaction you have with your kids, keep a score and say, am I maintaining a 5-to-1 ratio of positive to negative with my kids? And then see what the reactions are like. And if you can get to that number, see if your relationship with your kids or whomever it might be doesn't improve. So, I don't know.
I like it. I'm going to implement that immediately. 5-to-1.
Yeah.
You should do that too with your coworkers.
Yeah. And they say to start out, choose 2 positive interactions from the list above and try implementing them every day.
Yeah, I got to play more. That is where I am deficient.
You got to play, Mama.
I do.
I'll play you a song later called Cats in the Cradle. It's going to hit you hard.
Is that from the 70s?
It's real old.
All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes on TikTok, saw a fun challenge. It's kind of been going around, and I thought it'd be interesting to try it with Jaybird here. If you seen the box challenge where they put a box up and then they put some straws up through the box and you got to try to guess what it is?
I love that.
Yeah.
I saw like somebody's aunt doing beers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she nailed it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things we can do with it. I imagine we'll do several different rounds, but I figured we'd start with one to make it easy and something where we like, because I know sometimes we try a new bit and it sucks. And we're like, never again. It was actually a good bit. We just didn't do it right the first time.
It was us.
So I got a real easy one here, and Jaybird should ace this. This should be no problems at all.
Oh, pressure now.
Don't blow it.
When you lead with confidence, I don't like it.
Blind taste test 5 sodas. Can you identify all 5 correctly?
Oh, soda, that's your game, baby.
This should be nothing but a walk in the park.
Okay.
Jaybird should love this, but I don't know. The pressure is definitely on. It is the boxed challenge series that we have here. First up, Jaybird with 4 different sodas that are in the box. And on KVJ TV, as we remove the cover, you'll be able to see the 4 different sodas. Jaybird will get a taste, and then he will tell us which soda it is. I have full confidence he will get 4 out of 4 easily on this.
You do.
I have full confidence.
Is it what kind of I don't know what the answer is. Is it all different kind of varieties? Is it all right.
Yeah, they're different varieties, brands of sodas.
Orange could be in there.
It could be, yeah.
Okay.
It'd be the type and the brand.
Interesting.
So all different brands. Yeah, you can tell he's a little rattled over here, Virginia. You weren't expecting this.
No pressure. He was just talking about all his failings so far in 2021.
That's not true. She actually left the room to go pee, talking about all my failings of 2021. She's like, you've been losing a lot.
Oh, so
She drops an insult and then leaves the room.
So she brought it up and then left and then came back in and said that you were the one that was talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how VMZ works.
Okay. All right, well, we'll see how Jaybird does with this first challenge. If it's great, it could be an ongoing series. If he totally tanks it, we're just going to kill it and never do it again.
Dang. No pressure.
It could be a great ongoing segment with all kinds of different. I mean, can you imagine all the different ways we could use this box, Virginia?
Oh
here?
my gosh, Kevin is so jazzed about his box.
So I have to go 4 for 4 if not this bit is dead?
It'd be a complete disappointment, wouldn't you think, Virginia?
Totally.
It's anticlimactic. We just wasted the audience's time with this.
You love soda. You got this.
All right, okay.
Okay. All right, 4 different sodas. Jaybird?
This is cool how you set this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Denny's did all the work on that. Denny's is the one who made it cool.
He's so crafty.
You
Yeah.
can't see anything. It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah, you did a really good job. So you've got 4 straws sticking out of the top of a cardboard box. There are 2-liter sodas at the bottom of those straws. Go on ahead. You can pick whichever one you want. And tell me what you think.
Take your time. Let
People
it breathe.
watching KVJ TV can see, so they'll know the answers as you try each one.
Soda number 1 is regular Coca-Cola.
Okay. Okay, you're going to guess regular Coca-Cola on that.
Do you tell me now or do you tell me after if I get
I'm
them
going to
all?
let you kind of go through them and see what you got.
My armpits are so sweaty.
Yeah, I don't want to let you off the hook that easy.
This is such a big deal to me.
That fast. You may or may not be right.
I may or not be right.
May or may not. Yeah.
All right, now you're in my head.
Okay. Okay.
It's Coke. That's
Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Okay. All right. Yeah, now Jaybird's confident about that.
Okay.
Try the second soda there. Working from left to right. What do you think about that one?
Sorry, I'm smacking my gums. I know.
No, go ahead.
I know listeners hate that.
Whatever it takes for you to really dial this in and figure out what it is you're drinking.
That's Pepsi Cola.
Okay.
Regular Pepsi Cola, no generic. The first 2 are not generic. It's regular Coke, regular Pepsi.
You sound like you're confident in that. Okay.
I feel okay. I feel okay. Yeah, I feel good.
Okay.
I just,
Are you okay?
I
Or you
see.
good?
I see the games you're trying to play. You're trying to.
I'm not playing a game. The whole thing is a game. I don't know what you're talking about games. I mean, the whole thing is a game.
Yeah, but the mind game within the game. I know
the game within
I know,
the game.
I know your game rules.
Oh, okay.
Do not knock over the box. You're pushing your microphone real close to it.
Don't tell me how to live my life during a challenge.
Do we have paper towels?
Okay, he's going for the third soda. He's very convinced on the first two.
I love this one.
Drinking out of the straw. You love that one. You love the third one.
I know what that one is.
Okay. Hey, boy, you've down half the 2-liter.
That's RC Cola. I grew up on RC Cola. RC Cola was huge in Lake Park. I loved the cherry kind. That's regular Cola RC. RC Cola.
Okay.
Regular.
You sound like you have conviction on 3 of the 4 sodas.
Yes.
With every sip, he gains confidence.
He does. He's getting stronger.
He's getting
The
a
more,
little puffy-chested.
The more soda he gets in the system, this is like his spinach.
Totally. All right, Popeye. Do number 4.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you, this is probably, I would think this would be the most challenging. I think this is the one. I think you went in the right order. Uh-oh. I don't know. He came back with a smug cockiness.
He's thinking about it. He feels like he knows it.
I do think I know it.
Okay.
I just want to do because this, to your point, Fat Kevin.
Yeah.
This is the toughest of the 4.
Right. That's what I would think. That should be the toughest of the 4 sodas to identify.
So I see what you guys try to do. You guys try to trick me with nothing but colas. That's Publix generic cola right there. So you go Coke 1, Pepsi 2, RC Cola 3, Publix generic cola 4. Am I close?
Still got it.
Whoa. He nailed all 4.
Oh my gosh. You just don't want to lose, you know?
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me.
Oh my god.
I mean, nothing but pride on that.
I feel like I just ran 30 miles.
So impressive.
Oh man, okay, we keep the bit.
Yeah. You know, good news is, we're going to keep it going. Maybe we'll get Virginia with, what would be your thing, Virginia? Wine, champagnes?
Oh, I don't know.
What would be something that you think you could do?
That would be tough with wine and champagne.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe chicken nuggets.
All right.
But you can't sip those out of a straw.
I don't think that works.
No, we could actually blend them.
Nugget smoothie.
We'll make it,
It felt dumb as I was saying it.
And I don't think you would do, I don't mean this as a slight, but I think you fail the chicken nugget contest. I don't think you could do it.
I'm not good like you. You have that weird, low budget food and drink palate.
He knows cheap.
Very well.
His palate is designed for cheap. He knows it better than anything else.
Dang, Bird, impressive.
Yep.
Feels good.
Okay.
Nice
good for you,
work.
my man.
First
Good for
real
you.
win
Yep.
of the year.
That was nice. All right, we got Call 'em Outs coming up here. If you got anybody you need to call out for anything good or bad behavior, you can let us know. It's 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Get those into us here on the KVJ Show. And on the drink tip, there's a viral video on TikTok. This is a flight attendant telling you, never drink this on a plane. It is kind of terrifying. We'll find out what it is next. People highly impressed with your ability to determine which soda was which. Jaybird, 4 different sodas, blind taste test. You nailed them all quickly and easily. People were thinking, was that rigged? No.
Kevin, I've been living with that. That people have always been. You rig it? No, Virginia doesn't like to rig things. You don't like to rig things.
No,
when it
I
comes
like
to
to
that
be
kind of stuff.
honest,
And Denny
because-
doesn't lie about that stuff.
We're not good actors, first of all. If we try to rig stuff, y'all would know.
Radio people are bad actors. Oh, whoa! What's
I can't
going on?
believe it.
Is it cool?
So yeah, that was legit.
Yeah.
If you want to go back and see it, it's on KVJ TV.
I want to do it again with more sodas and again and again, and
Yeah.
see how good, see how deep we can go.
Let's go. Let's get real deep.
I liked the idea for Virginia's chicken nugget smoothies. Actually, that's where I want to go with that
I
now.
actually do too.
Yeah, I thought that was a better for round 2.
I really do want to see that.
Oh boy, I wish I could take that one back.
This is something about what not to drink on a plane. A TikTok video from a flight attendant has gone viral. Here's some good advice, apparently.
Never consume any liquid that is not in a can or a bottle. The reason being is because those water tanks are never cleaned and they are disgusting. So talk to a flight attendant. We rarely drink the coffee or tea. They come from the same water tank. And so when you're drinking that coffee and tea, it comes from that hot water and it's absolutely disgusting. The whole machine is never cleaned and they're by the lavatories.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Well, even the cans. I remember one time I had a ginger ale can on a plane, and on the top of the can there was a hair that had dried and was matted on the top.
Gnarly.
I was so disgusting.
Yeah, you probably have alcohol wipes with you now if you're traveling, so definitely wipe down those cans always.
Amen.
Because there's some gross stuff, but handy little hint there. Got some call 'em outs coming up here in just a couple minutes right after your dirt. Did you happen to see the viral video of the woman at the Einstein Bagels in West Boynton?
No, what'd she do?
Oh, boy, it's pretty good. It went national. It is definitely the leadoff for our call 'em outs coming up here in a minute. All righty, time for some call 'em outs here today. Who do you need to call out and for what? Our first call 'em out and the great leadoff here today. This is going out to 62-year-old Cindy Falco de Corrado of Boynton Beach. She's been on quite a show at the Einstein Brothers Bagels in West Boynton after refusing to wear a mask. She started shouting at customers and employees about her right to stay mask-free and then refused to leave the store, which meant that deputies came in and had to arrest her for trespassing.
Is this her second time with a moment with a mask thing?
I don't know. I only know this is the first. It's very possible. Yeah, here's a little bit of Cindy as she was spouting off. And it looked like the person that she was with was the one recording her, so maybe she's just trying to make a point.
It's planned.
But she may not have planned to get arrested.
Get your hands off of me! You are kidnapping me! You don't have the right, sir! Get your hands off of me! I've done nothing wrong! I am not a criminal! Now he's stealing my purse! Stop it! You cannot arrest me! I've done nothing illegal! I have done nothing illegal! What have you been arrested for?
Oh, my gosh.
Put your hands back. Stop resisting.
Let go! I am not under arrest! Leave me alone!
All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Listen, people. Listen. I mean, come on. Enough is enough.
It's private property.
It is. You got to understand a few things. That, yes, it is private property. And if they want you to wear a mask right now, where we are, you may not believe in it. Doesn't matter. You still, if you want to access that business, you have to strap on the damn mask.
No!
Her poor husband.
You think she's married?
She probably ran him off already.
I mean, if she is married.
I don't know. Cindy, are you married? Okay. I think that's a no.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. She went on to yell, "You're violating my rights. You're violating the Constitution." What? No, come on, people.
Well, if she had a friend there filming her, this is exactly what she wanted.
You're right.
It's a stunt
Yeah.
to get her point out.
So just everybody who keeps doing this, just stop. Just, if you are like, I'm not going to wear a mask, just don't go into that store. So, don't go to the Einstein Brothers Bagels in West Boynton or West Boca, wherever it might be.
Get them on Grubhub.
Yeah.
They'll deliver it to you.
I'm sorry. It's just the way it goes. So just stop. That's why Cindy takes our lead in the call-outs here today, because just stop it. Just tired of it. And by the way, just so you know, I know she's claiming the Constitution, but so far legal experts have said that anti-maskers may not have much of a case in challenging mask-wearing requirements. They want you to wear a mask in their private location. You have to wear a mask. All right. We got that settled? Everybody got that?
No.
I know.
There'll be another
tomorrow,
Cindy tomorrow.
So Cindy's just stop it.
Cindy, she's the new Karen.
Mm-hmm. We got an anonymous employee here that would like to call out their boss. Okay, what would you like to call out your boss for here today?
Hey guys, love the show.
Thank you.
So we're an essential business, and we had a little COVID outbreak at our place. So we're down to just a few people. One of my coworkers who was exposed, went and got a test, went to an urgent care, waited 2.5, 3 hours, was in line for a test. And in the middle of that, one of my boss's mid-level managers calls him back to work, comes back into the building without knowing whether or not, without even getting the test, just to do a half hour to an hour's worth of work. And then he leaves, sends him back to the urgent care to go back in line to resume his test. And to make it even better, at the same time my coworker was in the line to get a test, my general manager was in that same line as well and let my coworker go back into the office without knowing whether or not he was positive or negative. So
yeah,
I kind of wanted to keep it anonymous, but I'm just beside myself. I just wanted to get your guys' reaction because I'm livid.
Yeah.
I'm really beside myself.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There was bad management. I mean, we've dealt with bad bosses who made questionable decisions.
Miami.
way before we had a pandemic. And so if you have a poor manager before with everything else, they're not going to handle a pandemic well in what they do. And their policies are going to be nonsensical when they're sending you out to get a COVID test and then calling you back to the office before you get the results of said COVID test. Bad management going to keep on keeping on. And yeah, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. And what you do, and this is a good point for you, what do you do when you're an employee and these kind of things are happening? Because look, you want your job.
Sure.
That's ultimately all it is. You just want your job. But if you got a dude that's hacking and he doesn't know if he's COVID positive or not, and maybe you have somebody at home that could be susceptible to this disease, I think you have every right to walk out and be like, you know what? I'm going to just work from home for the next week, 2 weeks. But they may say, no, you're not. You're working from here. I wonder how many people have had to quit a job because they had moronic bosses. They were not handling the pandemic right. And you said, this for my situation could be life or death.
Yeah, I know a few people that walked away from jobs in healthcare because the healthcare wasn't doing it right. That's messed up.
I got to tell you, the pandemic has really put an emphasis on if you have a great boss and good management because they've handled it right and you're like, wow, so impressed. They've done everything right here. If you got bad management, this is the kind of stuff that you get. I'm not surprised. But yeah, I think you have every right to be livid in that. So there you go. All right, a couple things to change. Don't be Cindy, and don't be this guy's boss. All right? We've handled that. Got several column outs here today. One that we didn't get to. Somebody texted in back on, I need to call out today something that Jaybird loves. Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets!
Yes, this is a big story, Virginia. Speaking of cheap food that I was raised on.
Yeah, they say over 760,000 pounds of Hot Pockets are being recalled after they were found to potentially contain pieces of glass and hard plastic.
Oh, damn.
Hell no.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's terrifying. Wow. How about that? Nestle Foods, which makes the frozen turnover, said the problem was first found when 4 customers complained of a hard material in their pepperoni Hot Pockets.
Oh.
Hot Pockets!
So far, there has been one report of a minor injury to the mouth due to the eating of the recalled product.
Pepperoni and Hot Pockets, it would repulse you, Virginia. So
just
gross.
the idea of a Hot Pocket. I would rather you punch me in the jaw than eat a Hot Pocket.
I'm all about the 5 cheese pizza Hot Pockets. Those are the best ones.
Hot Pockets!
How do you feel about the glass ones?
Only when I'm really hungry.
Only when you're really hungry.
Really hungry.
Okay. All right. So there we go. So quit calling out the Hot Pockets for sending out glass and plastic. Flavors, they're not popular. People aren't liking them, just to let you know. We do have a couple positive column outs. This email had come in with Craig, said, please share this for a really great thing that the Buffalo Bills fans are doing in honor of Lamar Jackson. After he was hurt during their game, they started donating to his charity. What great sportsmanship. So there's a story about that. That's pretty cool.
That Baltimore Ravens quarterback got concussed.
Mm-hmm.
He hit his head and then was out of the game. And then all the Bills fans that were playing against him donated all that money to his charity.
That is really cool.
So sweet.
And another positive story, too. There's a woman in Georgia that saw this 18-year-old walking down the road, Turned out he'd been walking 7 miles each way to work so he could save up for a car. So she posted about it online, got a bunch of random people to donate, and bought him a car.
Aww.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime they do that stuff online, they end up getting a car and then a lot more after, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And if you feel generous today, I did want to point something out that was brought to my attention over the weekend. There was a story that was on the local news. One of our KVJ Nationers, her husband had really battled the COVID. It was like over 200 days.
Oh, my gosh.
He was fighting through it, and luckily has survived the COVID. Is now home with his wife and their 2 boys. But, obviously you can imagine the financial toll that's taken. So I'll try to retweet that because they have a GoFundMe up as well.
Is that Eddie you're talking about? Yeah, she sent it to me too. I'll retweet it as well.
Okay. All right. So that'll be up on our Twitter. I'll see if we can't post that up on our Facebook to find that as well. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, Jaybird apparently got very emotional in public.
Oh.
Himself, yes.
Again?
It's so embarrassing.
Is it about Chewy?
It's just, you'll hear it. It's embarrassing, dog. It's embarrassing.
Okay. Jaybbird's embarrassing emotional outpouring that happened. Who was it in front of, and what was it all about?
He's gone on record and he said, "I'm in a tailspin."
Do you want it now? You want to wait?
We'll get it in a couple minutes. I got to brace myself here, so we'll find out what went on coming up next. Apparently, over the weekend, Jaybird broke down crying in front of some strangers.
Oh, pumpkin.
It was really embarrassing.
Where were you? Set the scene.
Okay, so it's at Publix, and I'm wearing my Chewy shirt. And I see 2 KVJ Nationers. They actually flagged me to go, "Hey, Jaybird, what's going on?" They could still recognize me with the mask on.
And the puffy eyes.
I wasn't crying yet. So we're just kind of talking, and they noticed, the Chewy shirt, and they go, "How's Chewy doing?" They had no idea Sweet Chewy had passed.
Oh, boy.
And I told them, I go, well, he unfortunately, passed away my first night living at the house. And they started asking all these questions. Now, these 2 girls were smoking hot. So hot, Virginia. And as I'm telling them about Chewy, I start crying in front of them. And it was so humiliating because the one girl was weirded out. I could tell.
Really?
The one girl gives me a hug. "I'm sorry, Jaybird," but I could tell that made her awkward.
The other girl was like candy ass.
The other girl was like candy ass, and she goes, "I'd hug you, but I'm scared of COVID." I'm like, "All right, it's fine."
And I would never date you.
And you're a little bitch. And then I walked back in my car. I was like, damn, that was weird. That was awkward, and I feel awful.
Well, he's a leg closer.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. They're just there. "Hey, what's up, Jaybird? Hey, how's it going?" Sweet Chewy. And that made me depressed all weekend long. I felt so embarrassed by that.
Oh, man. You hate when the bad stuff hits at the first part of the weekend.
You did.
Yeah. Make it Sunday night if
well,
it's going to happen.
Well, then you have to eat 14 carrot cakes to ease the pain.
Yeah. You got to come here and get harassed on Monday about how you're failing at your diet.
I was like, "Oh, no, they don't know Chewy's dead. Dang." I started going into the details.
You had to break it to them.
Yeah, I just wasn't prepared for it.
So did you get their number?
No, I did not. I wasn't feeling real sexy. I felt like...
If he was the last man on earth.
Can
I call you sometime?
On a scale of 1 to 10. I think you're really hot.
By the way, you're really pretty.
How embarrassing is that? Scale of 1 to 10.
Well, if they would have both hugged you, it wouldn't be embarrassing at all because then it's endearing. But the fact that one of them was like, "Oh my God."
Well, I shouldn't say she was like, "Oh my God." I could just tell it was an uncomfortable situation. They weren't expecting goofy guy in the radio to start crying at Publix. They didn't see that one coming.
It's hard to know how to respond to somebody you don't really know when they're openly sobbing in front of you.
Well, this happened to me.
Oh my gosh, I would want to get away so bad.
Remember me telling you about this happened to one of my neighbors that I used to walk Chewy and I'd always see her walk her dog and I asked her about her dog and her dog passed away and she started crying.
Yeah.
So,
damn, you are her.
I know. The game changed.
She's a woman though.
I know.
I got 3 rules in life and one of the 3 are never ask someone about their dog.
Or how they're doing.
Okay.
I've seen Kevin ask somebody how they were doing and them have a complete meltdown and start crying.
Well, that person had just gotten fired from their job, and me and Virginia knew it, and we saw Kevin walking into it, like, "Don't ask him about his job."
Yeah. That's why I don't ask anybody how they're doing anymore.
You shouldn't.
How you doing? No, I'm not gonna do it.
When Kevin asked that guy about his job, that sent that guy into a tailspin.
It was kind of awesome / awful to watch.
Clearly, it's close to the heart.
It was.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That's the lesson today. Never ask anybody how they're doing. All right, time to think fast on the KVJ Show. Waking up here on your Monday morning.
Ooh, the witch looks like she is wounded emotionally. Now's the time to get her.
Yeah, I'm not going to do well in anything today.
No, the Saints game, you try that whole strategy where when they're losing, you start drinking Crown Royal.
Yeah, Crown when you're down, and it did not work, and now I just have Crown on my tongue.
Crown, if you overdrink the Crown, it does stay on your tongue. Even after you brushed your teeth for 12 hours, you're going to have Crown on your tongue.
And I had that BAC, that bitch-ass Crown. It wasn't even the good flavored Crown. It's just the regular,
Cowboy.
How do people drink that?
That's cowboy whiskey.
It's
Cowboy
awful.
drink.
Crown sucks.
Any idea about how many shots you want to be doing?
Oh, Kevin, I just poured a cup.
Oh.
I just poured a cup of Crown, and I just sat there with it and was sad, and my children were sad. And
She has jugs of liquor.
my husband was sad.
Oh, that's.
He was sad because he had to deal with you.
Yeah, we didn't have a great day yesterday.
Oh, that's tough.
no.
So we got into a fight in the car in front of somebody else. It was awful.
So I'm
no.
crying in public. You're fighting in public. Your team's falling apart, Coach.
Kevin, we
Not
should have taken
falling.
a day. This day, we should have taken the holiday.
Yeah, well, we're already in it now. What are you going to do?
Did you ever get reports back from people go, your show is really weird. We saw Bird crying,
Daily,
Virginia's
yeah.
yelling.
I love it, though. All right, think fast. It's the name of the game. Got a topic here for you. First person through with a sensible answer. Going to get the
Sensible
point.
Bird. He's talking to you.
Sensible Bird, I agree.
Okay, first one here. All right, it is a kind of wood that starts with the letter M.
Mahogany.
Okay, I think Virginia, right, Suits? Okay, yeah, there you go. Just get the first point.
Would you
What'd
yell
say?
mulch?
Mulch.
I thought you said moss.
Wood chipped mulch.
Yeah,
I think Virginia beat you, though, even on the time. All right, next up, think fast. Something that is not great to make love on that starts with the letter F.
Frog.
Floor.
Futon.
I said floor. You said frog?
I said frog first.
Frog?
Yeah.
That's nonsensical.
Do you want to make love on a frog?
Yeah.
Are you inviting
Good
me?
point. That is nonsensical. Denny's. Yeah. And futon's a good answer, too, but Denny's got it first.
So slow.
Yeah.
I said futon like 5 minutes later.
I heard frog in my right.
Yeah, frog?
You should punish him for frog. Just saying.
Barely holding on, Coach.
Okay. We got Denny's with a point, Virginia with a point, Bird yet to get on the board. All right, think fast. It's a musical trinket you hang outside that starts with the letter W.
Wind chimes.
Oh, Denny's is good.
He's real good.
You can tell he didn't drink this.
Yeah, no, he stayed smart.
I got new algae in the mail. That's like the excitement for my shrimp tank.
Allergies?
New algae, like to
algae.
line it so the shrimp can eat it. Yeah, it's high protein.
That's a bomb-ass weekend.
I meant to tell you that your shrimp look great, by the way, right now.
They're flourishing. I know you're bringing that up in jest, but they are.
I said the other day.
He was bragging about your
I
shrimp.
did some credit here.
You're the best shrimp daddy we know.
Well, that's nice. I hear some shrimp murmurs in the hallways, and I think it's always like a joke of some sort. So I'm
Everybody-
glad you guys are taking it
Everybody's
seriously.
needling you on your shrimp love.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good at shrimp. You just have the weak ass worm game. Your worm game's terrible.
The worms, yeah, they're doing all right now. We got them inside, so they've been flourishing a little bit better.
That's kinda
I think
gross.
outside was kind of jacking them up.
You have worms in your house? That's gross.
In the garage. They're protected from the elements.
They're just in the pork.
We do it different than the Questa dog.
They're on the sofa.
Yeah, we like them real close. We want them to do well.
Okay. All right, Denny's in the lead here. Think fast. A superhero villain that starts with the letter J.
Joker!
Okay, Bird gets in there. If you couldn't understand that scream, it was Joker.
You sound like the Einstein bagel lady.
Okay, all right. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, a berry that starts with the letter J.
Chili! Jellyberry.
Jellyberry?
Berries are made of jelly.
Say the thing again. What'd you say?
A berry that starts with the letter J.
Juju.
Juju? Is that a berry? You ever heard of a juju berry?
Jellyberry?
We have to.
I'm checking on.
Do you want to say something dumb too?
I don't know any.
Juju berry.
Juju berry is real.
Yeah, it is. Boom. There you go. Virginia's going to get a point for that.
I never heard of this
juju berry. It is
Juju
real.
berry.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice, Virginia. Also would have taken juniper berry.
Juniper.
Okay. All right, we've got Denny's with 2. We have got Virginia with 2. Bird, if you missed this one, you're out.
Search within.
Okay. Think fast. It's a type of artist that starts with the letter T.
Typist. It's
Type
an
of
art.
artist.
Trapeze.
Virginia,
I
bam. And with that, you get the win, girl.
Bam.
Comeback win.
Crown when you're down.
Yeah. How about that? Virginia just went on about how she's not going to be able to think because she's still hungover, and she winds up winning Think Fast.
That tells you how weak my competition is.
It's true.
What a poor showing.
That was bad.
Somebody had pointed out we were playing that scream there is from Cindy Falco DiCorrado, or DiCorrado, I guess is her name. She's a Boynton Beach woman that went viral on Friday. She's a 62-year-old that refused to wear her mask in the Einstein Brothers Bagels in West Boynton. And she was yelling, "You're violating my constitutional rights," and all that kind of stuff. And the sheriff didn't care as they carried her out for trespassing. And the entire time she was screaming. And somebody said, "Did you notice that her scream sounded like those? You ever heard those goats that we used to put in the Taylor Swift songs?"
Yes.
Yeah. I said, you should do a contest to see if you can tell. Is it Cindy or is it goats?
Ooh, that's
a fun game,
fun.
topical. I like
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to kick your butt again, Bird.
Cindy or goats?
Terrifying. Oh my
It sounds just like it.
Cindy or goats? I love it. It's a fun new game. It's beautiful stuff.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
So many people on meth. Oh, yes, there are, including this guy in North Dakota. He was on probation for narcotics possession when he was arrested while wearing a Don't Do Drugs t-shirt.
Oh, my gosh.
Paid for a nice mugshot.
He thought he was cute.
Yeah, he got arrested for meth possession. So many people on meth.
Ow!
Patrick Wilson was the passenger when the driver was pulled over for a broken headlight in Naples, Florida. The driver gave deputies permission to search the vehicle after they said they recognized Wilson from previous law enforcement encounters. They wanted to see what was up. And sure enough, he did not disappoint because right by his foot in the front seat was a bag of heroin.
Oh.
So they placed old Wilson under arrest and then gave him a nice, thorough strip search. Deep cavity there at the Naples Jail Center. They're known for that. And while in there, they found 305 cigarettes inside the 25-year-old's rectum.
He put cigarettes in his butt?
305 of them.
He didn't know he was going to jail.
He put butts in his butt.
Yeah.
That's just where he carries them?
That's gnarly. And
So never bum a smoke off old Wilson.
I know people love their ciggies, and I think there's some people who love it so much they'd still be smoking Wilson ciggies.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
They also, I mean, it's like a magic hat.
There's more?
They also found a baggie of fentanyl and burnt tin foil inside.
Look, say what you want about this cat. He's kind of talented.
Tin foil? That would hurt.
And for my next trick.
I mean, that's impressive.
Oh, the tin foil he makes a pipe out of.
Okay, well.
And is it cartons of cigarettes, or is it just
305 cartons? No, it's just 305 individual cigarettes.
How do they not break? This guy's got great butt control. Oh my! I'm so impressed.
He's a tender tucker.
I don't think I can put one up there and not break it.
There's no way. That's so difficult.
Tuesday challenge.
Yeah. Well, the cops in Utah went to a 7-Eleven after a woman in a wheelchair hit a cashier with a metal baseball bat and then took off.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, in her wheelchair. They found her at a nearby intersection, and she refused to drop the bat and then began banging it, tapping it on the ground, looking at them menacingly in an aggressive manner.
Boy, she's going through something.
They then said, "Ma'am, what is your name?" She replied, "Satan." Okay. You want to handle this one, Bob?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, jeez. A thief in Oregon stole a car with a child inside.
Oh my gosh, that's got to be every parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah, as a 4-year-old kid in a booster seat inside this running car, this woman ran in to get a gallon of milk and some meat. And the thief pops in, drives away, then realizes that there's a child in the car. He does a U-turn, comes back to the parking lot, and then gets the mom. He's like, "Come here." He's like, "Do not leave your 4-year-old in the car and leave the car running, dummy." Hands the woman her kid and then takes off in the car.
I mean, he's right.
He is so right. I bet she learned a lesson.
She got the kid back, not the car.
She doesn't deserve the car.
Yeah. Well, not to freak anybody out about getting COVID from your ice cream, but they do say 3 boxes of ice cream made in China tested positive for COVID.
The COVID's in the ice cream?
Well, they said it was the cold temperatures maybe kept it preserved, so...
So you can eat COVID now?
Damn.
Yes. Yeah, so if you like that delicious soy ice cream from China, just be careful.
Cookies and COVID?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could do this all day.
There's a family in Texas that almost died in a fire on Friday. 3 of the people in the family have COVID and couldn't smell the smoke. They say that's one of the dangers of losing your sense of smell, is your smell is there as a warning.
That's true. People that have a gas leak may not know about it, too.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Luckily, a 17-year-old who did not get the COVID smelled it, woke everybody up and saved their life. But yeah, kind of a warning if everybody in your house has lost their sense of smell. Be wary. That'll probably be the next product that they sell us. If you've lost your sense of smell to COVID, you can have like a nose you can stick on your wall.
It's like a fire alarm, but it's a giant nose.
It's everything. It'll detect any kind of bad smell that could be dangerous to you.
It's a great idea. How do we apply it?
It's kind of brilliant.
Let's do it.
How
It'll
do
be
we
the next
make
big
it?
product.
We'll get the scientists to make it. We're the idea people.
Yeah, we're the idea
gotcha.
people, yeah. But it's got to be a big nose you stick on your wall.
I love it.
Uh-huh. A COVID outbreak in Chile has been traced to somebody throwing a birthday party for their cat. They say at least 15 people at the party have caught the virus. Luckily, the cat did not.
Dang.
That is the good news. And did you see that story about the naked dude in the subway in Harlem that came out and started acting all menacing, and somebody kind of like stepped up to him and he shoved the dude into the tracks, and then another Good Samaritan jumped down into the tracks to try to save that guy, and then the naked guy who was nuts jumped down there, and the Good Samaritan kind of shoved the naked guy away, and he tripped and fell into that third rail and electrocuted himself.
Oh my God.
The naked guy died? Or
Yeah.
the naked guy died?
Yeah, he hit that rail.
And it's all on video?
I saw a still shot from it at least, yeah.
So the guy that was there saving the guy.
The good people are okay.
And they're not going to get in trouble with the police?
I don't know how you can. I mean, you're defending yourself. I mean, it was the naked guy that shoved the other dude down onto the tracks.
I'm sorry to say it, but the right guy died.
It's usually the naked guy in public that's wrong.
Right.
Yeah, 625 volts of electricity in that third rail.
Damn.
Yeah, they say it'd knock you out.
That's
Boom.
hard to watch.
That is. Yeah,
Especially
can
if
you
you-
imagine just trying to get home and you're like, oh.
Well, I mean, imagine if you're naked, if you fall dong first, that ain't no way to go.
No.
Did he fall dong first? We kind of need to know.
Didn't say in the story.
That would have been in the story.
Okay. There's a guy from California that lived inside of O'Hare International Airport in Chicago for 3 months. Isn't that a Tom Hanks movie?
Yes.
They said he was afraid to fly during the pandemic, so he stole an airport worker's credentials and mostly survived on bumming food from other people. Now he's facing felony charges for criminal trespass.
Huh.
All right, huh?
But that's on you. If you didn't bust him, like, I think he's just cat and mouse. He won.
how long can you stay in an airport before they get you for trespassing?
It should be 1 day before they figure it out, right?
I don't know. I've seen people who have gotten stuck with flight delays and things like that. Have stayed there several days.
I mean, several days compared to what you said months he was there.
Like 3 months. Yeah.
That's different level.
Yeah. I just kind of crawl. Why wouldn't he leave? What's going on there?
Well, what if you, let's say you went to a 24-hour Walmart?
Yeah.
Do you ever have to leave there? Could you stay there for 30 days if you wanted to?
I don't know. I guess so. I know some people have done that. It's been kind of a video thing they've done, a viral thing where they've gone and they've made little nests up in some of the racks.
At Walmart?
Yeah, it's been different places like that. Maybe it was a Home Depot.
I feel like it's a good place to do it, Walmart, because the employees literally don't care.
They're not. Walmart's the place to definitely do it. They may never know you're doing it.
And even if they do know you're there, they'd be like, whatever.
If I were homeless, I'd just move into a 24-hour Walmart.
No kidding.
You wouldn't need TV. Like, the entertainment's there nonstop.
They usually have a McDonald's or a Subway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. And finally, in your whacked out news, a school in England has apologized after an assignment asked kids to draw a, quote, effing owl. I don't know why they would have kids draw an effing owl, but some parents were a little upset by that.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Huh. There you go. And that is your whacked out news. I guess that story makes a little bit more sense now from the whacked out news. There was a teacher who got in trouble in England because they told their students to draw an effing owl. I'm like, why would you tell your students to do that? It's kind of a joke, I guess, from just kind of looking at it here, where it's like, how do you draw an effing owl? And it says you start with 2 circles, and then the next part, because it's kind of like a meme, is draw the rest of and they say the real F word owl. And I guess it's a Reddit joke or a Pinterest joke or something like that.
I'm so dumb. I thought you were saying Al, A-L, like a guy named Al.
Like Al Bundy?
Yeah.
He's my favorite Al.
Yeah.
Tell me a better Al.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people were having fun with animals today after we played the Boynton Beach woman that was arrested late last week in West Boca at the Einstein Bagels because she wouldn't put a mask on, and then she was yelling at everybody about her constitutional rights, and then when they came to arrest her, she started screaming, and somebody's like, well, she sounds a lot like those goats, the screaming goats. You can listen to a side-by-side, and she does. They're pretty much the same.
I think the goat is less offensive.
Yeah, and by the way, the goat wasn't wearing a mask either in Einstein Bagels. Sounded exactly alike.
Oh, a goat would tear up a bagel shop.
The goats, I mean, if you were sleeping and you heard that outside your window, you would think people were getting murdered.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So what is your favorite? We have the Screaming Cindy, the Screaming Goat, or we have the Laughing Rooster.
That's amazing.
I love it.
I don't know which one I like most.
I know. I think I might like the rooster.
Yeah. So many different options there. I don't know. Cindy's my least favorite.
Yeah, Cindy sucks.
Cindy's the least favorite. Yeah, goats, roosters. I don't know. Thank you for sending us that. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, who would you say is the best singer turned actor? I know a lot of people here are really excited to see Cardi B. She is going to be doing her first leading role.
Right. Not first movie role.
Right. First leading role in a major motion picture. So will we soon be saying that Cardi B could be up there in the categories of the Will Smiths of the world? I don't know.
She would love that.
And if you put together a top 5 list, who would you say is the best singer turned actor? What would be your top list? We'll discuss next on the KVJ Show. Will Cardi B soon be joining the list of the best singers turned actors, or just anybody in music in general? Her first leading role in a major motion picture is going to be coming up in the movie called Assisted Living, where she's going to be playing a small-time crook turned master of impersonation. So we'll see how well she can do on that. Doesn't that sound close to home?
It sounds amazing.
And, okay.
I can't wait.
Master of impersonation.
I can wait for this one.
You can.
Yeah.
You're not too pumped on that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you think she's more funny, or is she truly a talent? Virginia, you're a big Cardi B fan.
I think she's truly a talent.
Okay.
I know in this room it's not a popular opinion.
Well, it's not even that. The script sounds awful.
That's what gets you?
Yeah,
she's hiding out in an old folks' home, and she's pretending to be a grandma. It's funny.
Oh my goodness!
I love it.
After you tell me that, there's no way this is going to put her into the discussion of some of the best singers turned actors. There's just no way.
You don't know.
That script sounds miserable.
Save your judgment for after we see it together.
This, I think, would be my top 5 if I had to rank them. I will start off with an honorable mention, not quite in my top 5, but close. Justin Timberlake. Had Social Network, Friends with Benefits, Trolls, but that was voice work. But still good. Not yet there, but he's getting good. Number 5, I think I would put Ice Cube, who's got Friday, Boys in the Hood, Are We There Yet? Three Kings.
Definitely.
It was a movie that not a lot of people talk about. That had George Clooney in it with him, too.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. A lot of people forget about that one. I think I put Queen Latifah at number 4. I saw she's got a new show on regular broadcast television, but she's also been in the movies The Bone Collector. She did Chicago. That was big for her. I think she's wildly talented. Jennifer Lopez, I think I'd put at number 3 for the one she's been in. Mark Wahlberg, I think, is going to be my number 2. The Departed, Boogie Nights, The Fighter.
And he's just hot.
Ted. Yeah, he's done a lot of good stuff. And I think my overall number 1 best singer turned actor is Will Smith, because he has so much depth. He does anything from The Fresh Prince to Ali to Men in Black.
It's a good list.
What would you change?
I want LL Cool J on there.
Okay. Who would you knock out of the top 5 to do it? Queen Latifah, Ice Cube?
Maybe
Somebody
Ice
else?
Cube.
Okay. What has LL done aside from just TV? Anything?
I think he's just on TV right now.
I like you calling him just LL.
Oh, that's what the ladies love. Cool James. Okay.
I got a little list going on here.
Okay. What would you change with mine?
I got Neil Diamond. I got Dolly Parton.
Dolly's good.
I got Meatloaf. I got David Bowie. This thing on? Hello?
We're absorbing your list.
I know mine's not modern.
That's tough. I'm looking at LL Cool J's, Virginia, and I don't know, aside from his TV work, his movies, Deep Blue Sea.
He's in Halloween, too.
I just like him. He's just got something about him I like.
I thought he was in a Halloween movie.
H2O.
Yep.
Yeah. He was in Deliver Us from Eva with Gabrielle Union. I don't know if anybody saw that. Hello? You saw it? Deliver Us from Eva? Hello? Okay. All right. Anything that you would change, anybody you would add, anybody you would take out, you can hit us up and let us know here on the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
Okay, I said challenge my list here of the best singers turned actors, because Cardi B is going to make her jump in a leading role in a major motion picture. She's going to the big time, not the side stuff anymore. To me, I thought Will Smith would be top of the mountain. I don't know if anybody would argue that. With everything he's done.
You definitely make a great argument.
Yeah, he's just killing it.
I got Mark Wahlberg second. In fact, to me, he really is kind of an actor, and he does anything from the comedy to something like The Departed that's more serious.
Nobody said Gaga, did they? Or did you say Gaga?
No, I didn't put her in the top 5 because all I did was the top 5, which also had Jennifer Lopez, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube, I thought. But yeah, there were a lot of good mentions. Lady Gaga, I think it's just the amount of work that she's done. She really has just got, A Star is Born.
She was great. Great in that movie. That's how Bradley Cooper talked in that movie, Virginia.
I thought you were doing her. I'm like, she sounds like that.
No, Bradley talks like this the whole time.
This is a solid argument that Laura from Wellington has. She's like, you got to have Jennifer Hudson up there. She's actually won an Oscar.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't deny that.
Kelly Clarkson. Justin and Kelly.
How insulting. Can't even say her name right.
Yeah, I did. I butchered her name. What I call her?
Kelly
How
Clarkson.
embarrassing.
Clarkston. Zero respect.
Madonna.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? League of Their Own, without a doubt. I thought she was great in that.
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Desperately Seeking
Yeah.
Susan is amazing.
I think Evita's solid. I saw that. It was on the background. I tried not to watch it, but it was there. I was like, okay, she's not that bad.
I'd be so bummed out if I had to sit down and watch Evita. Is it good?
I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah,
It was on
it's-
in my house.
It's real good.
It's real good?
Yeah.
If you're kind of into that thing, I thought she did a good
It's a
job.
Broadway thing turned movie.
50 Cent, he's actually very good in the TV show Power. If you didn't see that, he is pretty good. He was a nice villain in that. He's a solid actor.
Not top 5, but Busta Rhymes.
What has he done?
He's been in a bunch. He was in that one movie back from the 90s.
That narrows it down.
Hold on. Give me a... I'll send you a list tomorrow. He's
The
acted.
topic's really cold.
I'll send you a list tomorrow.
He is definitely acted, dog. I'm telling you.
Ice-T, it's been
Yeah.
a long time since he's even done music. You almost
Ice-T.
forget.
I think he was in that Denzel Washington movie where he helps him out. You want to feel the power? Take your ass to the tower. It's called Ricochet. It's a great movie.
Okay. Yeah, he had done some. Was he in New Jack City? There was a movie that was in the 90s. I'm trying to remember if he was in that. That's actually a movie that I have not seen since the 90s. And I remember it being pretty good. And I thought it had a good cast, too.
Yep, he's in it.
Wesley Snipes, yeah, Mario Van Peebles, Chris Rock, Ice-T. Thought so.
Ludacris?
That's true. He's done the Fast and Furious movies.
And he's charming.
Yeah.
I love his music.
Remember when we met him? He was so cool.
He was very cool.
Mm-hmm. Somebody also said one of my favorites, too, Common.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
He's
that's
very
right.
good. He's done a lot of stuff. He was even in one of the John Wick movies.
I mean, we can't get no love for Elvis. Technically.
Yeah,
Get out of here with your old ass reference.
Some of the old school. Yeah.
It's always about the modern.
Jamie is on here from Miami Beach, too, with somebody else. Who would you like to suggest, Jamie?
Hey, good morning, guys. I was just going to say, Cher. I know her music career hasn't been up to date lately, but she was an Academy Award-winning actress.
You're right. She was
Yeah.
in Moonstruck, which is a movie I love. Snap out of it.
Yeah, which was she? What was that? Hocus Pocus. Was that the movie she was in?
Some kind of witch movie.
I thought she was in some kind of with Jack Nicholson, right? Wasn't she in that movie?
Yeah, The Witches of Eastwick.
Witches of Eastwick. Yeah, no, you're right. She really had a very strong movie career.
Mask? She's great.
Yeah, that's true.
She's really good
Great
in
call.
Mask.
The Rocky Dennis story.
Now we walk it back. That definitely was a lot there. Okay, well, it's okay. So I think my top 2 are good. Maybe my next 3 are not ideal.
Was Ashley Judd ever a singer?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
So I'm going to take that one back.
Just her mom and her sister. Well,
Yeah.
you ended on a high note.
Well, the
What
chat
about
room.
Busta Rhymes, though?
Chat room gave me that answer. Damn you, chat room.
I feel like there was a setup in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Today, I believe, a very important day that I know a lot of people are off today for. Martin Luther King Day today, and some interesting stuff about him. Maybe little-known stuff that you might not know. So I got a quick little round of Martin Luther King Jr. fact or fiction. Like, for instance, Martin Luther King beat out Bill Cosby for a Grammy. Well, what a year America has had. And if there was ever a day where we need to maybe hit pause and reflect a little bit and look at the life of Martin Luther King Jr. today, I think would be that day, and what hopefully will not be a contentious week in America's history, but it could be. And that's why I think today, take a little time to look at what the man stood for. He stood for something, but he stood for peace, which I think is really powerful.
We could all use his vision these days.
Yes, absolutely. And he had some of the greatest sayings that I always will go through myself and just kind of look at, because it is a great reminder for what he stood for and what he believed in. And to me, I think he had the vision for what America should be, where we are just a sea of equality, where we take all these cultures, blend them together, and to create what is going to be an unbelievable America. I think America is its best when we all stand on equal ground. And so today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I've got a little fact or fiction for you because there's some interesting things about the man that maybe you did not know. So we'll see how much you do know, and if you get them wrong, no problem. You're going to learn here. What do you think about this, Virginia? I'm going to start with you here. Martin Luther King, fact or fiction? If alive today, he would be celebrating his 100th birthday. What do you think?
Don't do math. Just guess.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Kevin, I'm just going to guess, and I'm
Okay.
going to say fiction.
Going to say fiction. Nice start, Virginia. That is correct. He'd be 92 this year, if still alive. Martin Luther King would be 92 years old. Jaybird, what do you think about this? Fact or fiction? He skipped 2 grades in high school. What do you think?
That, my friend, is a fact.
That is a fact, yes. He went to college at the age of 15.
Wow.
And graduated with a degree in sociology at the age of 19.
That's amazing.
Brilliant man. Absolutely. All right, Virginia, back to you, fact or fiction. His full I Have a Dream speech was only 3 minutes long. What do you think, fact or fiction on that?
I think that's fiction.
Gonna say fiction? Bam. Yeah, it was 16 minutes long. And MLK had been working on it for several months. He gave the speech on August 28th of 1963.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. You give a speech and still, this many years later, it's so important and resonates still.
Well, if you're ranking greatest speeches, you've got the 4 score that Lincoln
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That's got to be up there as one of the most memorable. And I Have a Dream. It's, as far as great American speeches, it is right up there. What do you think about this, Jaybird? Fact or fiction? MLK was killed on the same day as Bobby Kennedy. Fact or fiction?
That's fiction.
That's fiction.
It was close.
You're correct.
It was during the same period, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about what the year 1968 would have been like as we sit here and look at what is happening in 2020 and all the turbulence that we've gone through. Look at the year 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed on April 4th, 1968. Bobby Kennedy was killed on June 6th.
Wow.
Just like 2 months later in 1968. So imagine all the chaos that was happening in America at that time. If you think it's bad now, what was going through then. Fact or fiction here. This one is for you, Virginia. MLK beat out Bill Cosby for a Grammy. Wait, fact or fiction on that?
Is that Kevin trickery?
Yeah. I'm going to say fact.
You're going to say fact. Very nice, Virginia.
You can't trick the witch.
You tried to trick me.
Yeah.
And you almost got me with my crown-induced haze.
We have a perfect score right now.
Perfect score. Yeah, actually, MLK, he won Best Spoken Word Album 3 years after he died for a speech he gave in 1967 called Why I Oppose the War in Vietnam. Oh. And Bill Cosby was up for the same Grammy that year.
Yeah, keep in mind, too, all of the unrest with Vietnam during that time period.
Yeah. Honestly, that's why, to me, you really got to belly up to some history to when you look at 2020 and the chaos that's happening, and if you're down and be like, it's never been this bad. No, actually, America's been bad many times. So we've had a lot of chaos.
Everyone thinks they're always living in the worst time, but
Yeah.
to your point.
Right. Look at what was going on in this era. And finally here, Jaybird, to maintain the perfect score, let's see if you can do it.
No pressure. Don't blow it. We're all watching.
I want it.
Despite being known for peace, Martin Luther King never won the Nobel Peace Prize. Fact or fiction? Despite being known for peace, MLK never won the Nobel Peace Prize.
I mean, it's fact.
It's fact.
Yeah, with confidence.
Okay, with confidence.
Damn it! And just like that, you ruined it.
I ruined it. The perfect game. It's over.
You spoke too soon. You jinxed yourself.
What did I do?
You went, we're having a perfect game.
I did. Damn it, Bird. All right, you're right. It's my fault.
There is a power to that. I don't know if anybody was watching football over the weekend. There's this kicker. I think it was Justin Turner. Came out there and they were like, this guy never misses.
And then he missed.
The next two.
Oh my gosh.
He doinked it twice.
He hit the right upright and then the left upright, which is like impossible to do. And they're like, the announcer went on for like 2 minutes about like, he's never missed, This guy's the best kicker of all time. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Doink, doink.
Did they lose the game?
Yeah. They did.
Yeah, that was the Ravens,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, the Bills beat them.
The kicker, man.
He doinked it twice.
Dang.
It's not. I don't think it's because of him, but he didn't help. So
Well, he's
there's some
doinking
power to
around.
that. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, MLK picked up his Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. So there you go. A little fact or fiction on MLK.
The KVJ Show. Mornings and the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today. 97.9 WRMF.
Jaybird, I want to see how your sea shanties went from over the weekend.
We didn't do it.
Dang, he canceled on me.
Oh, he did?
He had a hair appointment.
Well, I had to get my hair cut, and we were in the middle of doing that Chewy video that I wanted to get done.
Oh, okay.
So it just didn't work out, but we can gladly do it again. I really did have to get that video done.
All right.
Sea Shanty Saturday. I was like, oh, it's
I
going to be
know.
a big thing.
I was all excited. I told everybody in my family, I'm going to go.
You got them all psyched up.
I'm going to get in the lab with the bird.
I don't think I was in sea shanty mode, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I guess not.
I was too busy crying at Publix.
Talked it up on the radio. Even my kid goes, didn't he talk it up on the radio?
Well, if you want to make me feel worse, let's continue to talk about how we didn't do sea. I'm telling you, I wanted to do it.
That's all I ever wanted was just a little time with you.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I this moment makes me want less time with you.
Yeah, the sea shanties still continue to take off and be a big viral sensation, especially on TikTok. Some of them well-crafted a sea shanty. If you don't know, be like, wait, what is a sea shanty? These are the old sailor songs, pretty much from like the late 1800s, that sailors used to sing because they're relatively easy to learn.
A lot of times they do a lot of improv with them.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting to improv with you.
I'm just going to have to take it.
Yeah.
She's not Italian, but she's thrown a lot of Italian guilt at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they said it was easy to sing along, and sailors working long hours aboard a ship would all just kind of like sing to help pass the time. One of them that we played last week was Nathan Evans, a 26-year-old Scottish postal worker and musician, who actually shared his sea shanty.
This was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below, my Billy boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
How about that, huh?
We're gonna do this, I promise. We are. Timing, baby. It's it.
We want to wait until it cools down. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, let's wait till the trend's over and we're sick of it.
I never said timing was my thing, baby.
You better not.
Those guys just now came out of the sea shanty. Wasn't that like 6 months ago?
It's June.
Then I'm gonna start doing parkour.
Yeah.
The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below, my Billy boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come.
It seems like the popular one that a lot of people are doing. I think there's more than just that one.
Yeah, we're doing original, Kev.
Oh, okay. Some people are even doing kind of like remixes or doing little sea shanties of otherwise what were popular songs here. Like I believe Smash Mouth is this one.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on, go and play. Hey, now you're a rock star. Get your show on, go get paid. Hey.
I like it better than the original.
It's amazing stuff. People just driving in their cars are doing sea shanties.
Are you able to do that kind of sea shanty voice? Hey,
yeah.
All right.
You think you got it? These guys are just like in their car jamming out the sea shanties.
That's kind of cool.
Is there any chance a sea shanty done well is going to hit the charts?
No, none.
Not
a chance.
You don't think we're going to get to that point?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, hopefully maybe this Saturday. We get Sea Shanty Saturday.
Even this week, dog. What do you got today? What do you got tomorrow? What do you got Wednesday?
I'm packed, dude. I saved my Saturday for you, and my heart's broken.
One of those platforms, and you can just listen to the podcast too. It's easy to go to the 97.9 WRMF app and listen to us either live, or you can get the regular show or the After the Show podcast anytime you want on demand, and it's always free. So that is the great news. All right, here we go. Made it through a Monday. A little perspective here. We've got Jaybird wrapping us all up with his thought for the day.
I mean, perfect day to do a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, right?
Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. That's
Amen.
a great quote.
That is a fantastic quote. And gosh, man, that speaks to me. So much of my life I've been guilty of not speaking up and saying the right thing when it's necessary. But you're right. We got to do it. And to me, it's very obvious what is right in America. So great thought, Jaybird. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everybody.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?